Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Burn This Podcast. I'm your host, Brandy Posey. You can follow us on Instagram at Burn This Records. This week's episode is with Rena Hundert because her album comes out this Friday, March 29th, 2024. It's available for pre-order now. Rena recorded this at 8 months pregnant, and it's all about how much she hated being pregnant, but now, spoiler alert, loves being a mom. I hope you enjoy my interview with Rena, and go buy it, please, for the baby. Let the motherfucker burn. This podcast.
Are you in a buy nothing group?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I wish there was, because my friend lives on this Canadian island where there's just a free store, stuff and get stuff. I wish we had that.
Like little book libraries, but for just all of our stuff that we're
just
like,
for anything for
this.
Kids, you know, and especially with the baby stuff, it's like you use things for like 2 months and then it's like
they grow out immediately.
Yes, you have to like find someone to get it, but it would be great if there was just a place you just leave it and somebody comes and whatever, you know.
Totally.
But
your baby's
someday I'll make it happen.
Like 5 months old now, right? Or close
almost. Yeah, good count.
Oh. Yeah, I was like, I think
counting better than I do.
Well, I don't have like, you know, are you sleeping? How are you surviving?
Coffee.
Yeah.
He's not so bad. I can't complain. He just doesn't nap long during the day, but like at night, he usually only wakes up once or twice now. So it's really not
great.
That bad.
That's good.
Yeah, we did have the 4-month sleep regression, and you can see because we were using. There's this AI bassinet called a snoo.
Okay.
That somebody loaned us.
Uh-huh.
And you can get all the data of when the baby woke up. And if you look at the 4-month sleep regression, it's like
whoa. ...
Yeah, like
man,
like 7 to 12 times a night. Like
no one thinks about those spreadsheets of children. I love
it's like crazy. Well, it rocks your baby to sleep. For a second, I was like, ooh, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. Oh man, that's weird future shit for sure. Because it's like the AI nannies of the future. but
it works. It works. It's really great.
Yeah,
but we're done with it now. You can only use it up to 6 months. And anyway, he's not rolling over yet, but he's like getting curious enough that I'm like that we had to like teach him to sleep with his arms out and stuff.
Whoa. Okay.
Because you start with swaddling. Anyway, but like you basically put your baby in a straitjacket. Not everybody does it, but it's because there's like this startle reflex. If they have it bad, then when they're lying down with their arms out, it just feels like they're falling perpetually.
Whoa.
You have to like wrap up the arms.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I get that. I feel like I've seen on like Facebook advertisements for versions of that for adults now. I think that's like the world is like stressing people out so bad that they're like, swaddle me. I know I'm 40, but swaddle me.
That'll solve my huge debt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just put my arms away and then I can't buy anything. I think that, which is like another way that I deal with stress. So
only that worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking how they should add that to the Siri, like Siri order.
It'd be nice if you could program Siri to be like, ooh, do you know what your bank balance is right now, though? Although I don't know that I want to like open up the AI into shaming me quite yet.
Do you want the judgmental version of Siri? Do you want the gentle parenting version of Siri? Like, what do you need right now?
Yeah.
We went to our first ultrasound and we were really nervous because that's when you find out if the baby's going to have the capacity to love you back. And we walked in and we weren't sure if we were in the right place because basically it looked like the doctor's great aunt had left him her living room set and then he just decided to make that his waiting room. I was like, am I getting my belly checked or my palms read? There were salmon-colored pillows and lots of tchotchkes. And of course, the one thing everybody wants at a life-altering medical appointment, a framed photo of your doctor as a young boy. There was also 2 statues of pregnant ladies that I can only assume are inhabited by the cursed souls of 2 former patients that never paid their copay.
I think it's a really fun album, and I think there's a lot of stuff that's also like dealing with like the the anxiety of like leading up to pregnancy, or like, to the actual, well, you're pregnant, but like the birth, I guess is what I mean. But like,
Yes.
have you listened to it like since you've given birth and looked back at anything?
I've listened to it, but like I said, my brain is like it's like a messy puzzle with pieces missing right now. But
Totally, yeah.
I've listened to it. I can't be objective about my own work, but I'll say, yeah, a lot of it was I just wanted if other people were pregnant and hating it, I wanted that to give them something to listen to so that they'd know that people can relate, because you can't
Yeah.
always find people that are pregnant at the same time as you. People who've been pregnant forget how bad it was. People who are, you know what I mean? Or some people love being pregnant, and so it's like hard to find people exactly in the moment with you. Like I remember walking around pregnant, just trying to find podcasts that were people just being real about it and telling me what was really going to happen and what was really going on and whatever, just something relatable, and it was actually really hard to find that kind of stuff. So I guess I made an album I would have wanted to listen to then, if that makes sense, because it's just a moment in your life, but it's an important moment because it's sort of foundational for what's to come. And yeah, it's good to not feel isolated. Especially it's like, and it's crazy because it happens to so many people, but they get amnesia. They're like, "Oh yeah, I guess that was bad about it." You know what I mean? And but they just don't care because they've moved on, they're parenting.
Exactly. No, I think it's like a really honest time capsule of like, and I think it's also important to say that like you can hate being pregnant, but love being a mom too, or like be
I
happy
was
that you
surprised. I mean,
were.
honestly, I thought I was gonna hate being a mom, and I was just like bracing myself and just like I'm just gonna do it, and like, and
Yeah, yeah.
it'll whatever. I'm trying it. Like I'm trying.
Totally.
It's like a buffet, but like I'm just gonna do it because I've made this choice and I'm having a kid. But like I hated being pregnant so much, and people speak so negatively about
Yeah.
the newborn stage that I was like, it's just going to be awful, and I'm just going to hate it, and I'm just going to get through it, like basic
Yeah.
training or something. But it was actually, it actually was. I mean, it was crazy because my dad passed away. So, but it was like, but
Yeah.
in comparison, it was just like, how can I be upset about this? You know what I mean? Like,
Totally.
this is great. This is great. Like, I would never, you know what I mean? This is amazing, actually.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. It's like, all right, fine, I'll take this.
yeah, it's actually the best thing ever that's like ever happened to me. But it's also, yeah, I mean, like all the negative stuff is true. I mean, the truest thing I heard about it, I think it was on TikTok, that was like, it's gonna be a crazy amount of work, but you're gonna like doing it. But it's
Yeah.
gonna be horrible, but you'll like it. I don't know, it just makes no sense. It makes no sense.
No, I get that. I mean, I don't get that, but like that part makes sense as you
You
talk it
also
out.
don't
Yeah.
know when you're pregnant. It's like I met the kid and I was like, oh, it was you. You know what I mean? Like if
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
known it was you,
hmm
it wouldn't have been as upsetting. You know what I mean? But I didn't know it was you. It was just, I couldn't, I didn't have this like spiritual connection or anything to the baby
Yeah,
that was in me. Like it was only
definitely.
afterwards that in retrospect, I was like, oh, that was you. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, weird. Huh, cool.
Does anybody have like an apocalypse scenario that they're really into or think about? Not a real, not well, you could pick a real one. I guess we're in a couple of them. Anyone? I know it's scary.
Water shortage.
Water shortage. Yes. I guess I picked two kind of depressing topics to improvise about. Okay, water shortage. And that's scary because you need it to live. Yeah, okay. All right. Is there anything you picture when you picture a water shortage?
Mad Max.
Mad Max. Yeah. Drinking pee. All right. Drinking pee.
It's cool that you like I've been able to like marry a lot of your different skills together, like improv, stand up, and piano. Like in
It's been hard. I mean, I feel like I haven't totally gotten to exactly where I want to get to it eventually, but
mhm.
because there's something with music where I feel like if you add too much comedy, it takes away from the music and
Yes.
vice versa.
Yeah.
So it's like it's really hard to find a balance I'm comfortable with. Like, and I've kind of tried to land on the side of like, well, if I add something earnest or like truthful, then it kind of blends both worlds for me in a way that I'm comfortable with.
I like that because I feel like there isn't a lot of room for like emotional nuance in comedy, but I think that that's where like songs and music kind of exists mostly in that like kind of space. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
sort of in not that comedy isn't deep, but music is in this like, ephemeral
Mm-hmm.
place of like between dream and reality, or I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
it's not. But you know what I mean? This like emotional, like different part of the brain almost.
Totally.
But like but yeah, I think the Venn diagram is just truth or authenticity. I feel like I'm
Totally.
about to enter my 40s. I feel like that's going to be like the best decade yet for
Yeah.
authenticity. To
Yeah.
really, really give less of a shit at that point. I feel like every decade it's like less of a shit that you give.
No water means we'd all be very thirsty, and not in a horny way. No water means we'd all be banging on each other's doors trying to find real water. No water means we'd have like 3 days. 4 days? I don't know how the body works. No water would be very difficult, especially for me because of how quickly I pee it out. That might make me a source for pea juice that people could drink. Maybe somebody could make it sparkle. Maybe somebody could add some flavor to it. Maybe we'd all pretend that it was LaCroix. Oh, yummy, this pee-pee LaCroix. We'd all be in denial. We'd all be like, this is all right, everything's fine, I'm drinking pee and that is all right. Now, the thing I've never understood about these scenarios in movies is that Mad Max is so fashionable. Where did they find all that steampunk shit? It's not like it's laying around. It's not in style anymore. What did they raid? A theater? Where'd they find the goggles that look like that? Why aren't they all wearing swimmer's goggles? And cheap Target clothes? 'Cause that's all that would be left. Would be cheap Target clothes. You know, the ones that are like nighttime brand or whatever it's called. They wouldn't look so stylish. They wouldn't look like Charlize Theron. I wonder what she would look like drinking her own pee. Probably like a supermodel. She'd probably look amazing drinking pee because she's Charlize Theron. This is so wrong. I wonder if there would be battles over the pea juice in some kind of Thunderdome. Would people still poop? Would there be food? These are just the thoughts that are going through my head. But instead, I'll say, I'm just so grateful that I can drink real LaCroix. I'm just so grateful that our lives haven't gotten yet to drinking pee. 'Cause that wouldn't suit me at all. 'Cause it tastes really bad. Thank you.
everything is bad.
Yeah, everything is bad. I mean, like I don't use Amazon, but I understand why people do completely. I just like am lucky that I just don't have to.
Yeah.
But every time you swipe most credit card machines, Amazon owns some part of them. And Jeff Bezos is like, so it's like every time you use your credit card anywhere, like every time you fill up at the gas pump anywhere, it's like he's getting a percentage of a penny or whatever. So it's like, it's about, I think, finding your being mindful and finding where you can, but like, just
Yeah. I mean, I recently, in the past few years, I've just kind of come to the conclusion that I'm just not that good a person. I'm okay. You know what I mean? But I'm not great. And I'm not gonna like try to pretend like I'm so great because I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not that great. I'm okay. I mean, well, like I try to do nice things, but like I have like major limitations.
Yeah.
And I've just kind of I don't know. I prefer that to people to the inverse where people think they're really great and they're always doing, and it's just all about like I don't know. I got sick of people like okay. I shouldn't go down this road, Rena. but somebody attributed it like recently on TikTok to like that maybe it comes from the culture of evangelical Christianity of like original sin, that a lot of people's activism these days seems to be like showing that they have no sin inside of them rather than going out and doing something that would help somebody.
Yeah.
And I just can't. It's like I'm just the culture I grew up in, everything it's so great. It's like nails on a chalkboard to me. I'm like, either go help, go work with people, go get involved with that community, or like shut the fuck up.
No, 100%. It's like actual organizing is like not about like your own individual purity politics. It's like about like, I think it's like if you're actually doing work, then I think like it's okay that you're not perfect because you have like a trust about the people around you that are also like, if you are out of line or like you don't see something, you trust your fellow people enough to call you in to be like, hey, actually, maybe think about it from this place. But this like, there is a puritanical witch hunt, I think, that happens that is just like about
to act like your Instagram
yourself.
post is going to help someone is like crazy to me. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, no, exactly. It gets very, very frustrating when you're just like, no, like being on the ground. And like, I think that looking at people like Nathan, like people that, like local politics is where like you can help a lot of that stuff. Like, because you only need a few people. Like, it does not take that many people to run these things. It's like, the amount of people that just won't go door to door and like meet their neighbors. Like I'm a very big, like I'm like friends with a lot of my neighbors. Like I really am a big, like community is very important to me, you know? And I think that it's like, if more people just didn't have this paranoia of like the people around them, where it's like, no, like just, you got a weirdo that lives down the street, just talk to them. And it's probably, then you're like, oh, okay, you're fine.
Oh, yeah, we have a few.
Yeah,
I more have the social anxiety, so I'm like, but luckily my husband's very outgoing, so I can just like be there and be like, hey, and he can like do most of the time.
There you go.
Because sometimes I like saying hi to people. I like knowing my neighbors. It makes me feel much safer, and especially during the pandemic, it was like so nice to just walk out of your door and say hi to someone else.
Yeah.
But at the same time, sometimes I did grow up in a city, and sometimes I do just want to walk down the street and ignore everyone, like with blinders on, and like So it's like kind of catch-22. I'm like, some of them might think I'm a little icy sometimes, but that's just the game, baby.
Yeah. Have you been like walking the baby around the neighborhood and stuff? Is that like inviting a lot of new interactions?
Yes, sometimes it does. I realize there's been only two places I've been going. There's a good coffee shop up the road that's like the snobby place to go where you can get like $6 or $7 coffee. I've been going there because then it's like, ooh, a little treat for getting out of the house,
Yeah.
And then down the street is like a Tex-Mex taco place.
Nice.
And sometimes I'm just so hungry. It's so hard to get enough food while you're breastfeeding and watching a kid. And half the time you're like trapped under the kid and can't get to the food. You can't get to the thing you need, like the water. So it's like, so I find myself going there and just like snarfing tacos, like, and then the coffee place in the morning. So the coffee place, it's one of those places that has a big line.
Mm-hmm.
So people do chat, like they get chatty, but there's kind of like a fashion brigade. Like it depends what time of day. Like the
Yeah,
other day
yeah.
I was standing in line and I was like, oh, these ladies look so fashionable. And then I was like, oh, that's Haim. I'm in line behind Haim. But yeah, but there's
Of
like other
course.
mothers that you start to recognize or like parents,
Mhm.
like other parents. It's like you're in it's like you're I don't want to compare it to the military, but it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're wearing a military uniform and other people have been in the military, so they
Mm.
come and like talk to you about the military. Like it's like
No,
very
yeah.
specific. So be like, how old is he? I remember that,
Mm-hmm.
or ours is this, or are you, just comparing like war stories kind of.
Yeah, totally. That makes a lot of sense. I love that.
It's good because like I don't talk to enough adults during the day. So it's like I am like one of those senior citizens that like gets out and is like, "Oh, okay, I'll stay for an hour and chat," like
Well, I'm impressed that I haven't heard your baby voice once this entire podcast. So
it's very
you've been
annoying.
you've
Yeah.
been like full adult mode talking the
I do.
entire
I gotta say, my
episode.
baby voice is like quite aggravating. Like it's like, "Hello." It's like one of those.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
It happens. It's
But it
hard not
makes him
to.
smile, so I gotta do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I know what
Yeah.
else will make him smile is like getting to like hear an album of his mom being like, "Ugh," someday, which will be cool.
Ugh, I thought about getting an abortion. Yeah, it's
I mean, I think that's cool though. Like I think about like I have two nieces and like I'm excited for them to get to listen to like a catalog of stuff someday to be like, oh, here like I wasn't thinking of talking to you, but like here's a cool way to get to know me, through
right.
all of my, my work basically, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, that is cool. That is cool. Yeah, I guess yeah, I hope sometimes I'm like, does it represent me? It must, because I did it.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
yeah. But then I gotta say, sometimes I'm like just like doing stuff because it's a joke, or I don't know. But
Well, yeah. I mean, I think even just like like getting to know someone's sense of humor, and even if the jokes are just jokes, is still,
right.
it's an insight into who they are.
Well, also a bunch of my nieces are, I mean, my brother's a Hasidic rabbi,
Hmm.
so they are religious. So I'm like,
Hmm.
I hope it would land okay.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's
But
fun.
maybe it'd be good. Just another perspective.
Yeah. Yeah,
Once
I
they're
think.
older. Like, I don't know. I don't want them to grow up. Oh God, I can't even think about it. Do you have a lot of nieces and nephews?
I
Or
just
what
have
you said you have a niece?
I have two nieces. I have one that's like 4.5. Actually, she'll be 5 in June. And then I have a baby, another niece that will be 1 at May
Oh,
31st. So yeah.
oh,
So
niece's
she's like
baby.
brand new baby. She's like is the smiliest little thing. It's like very Piper and Harley. They're very cute and they're fun. And like I
Good
like,
names.
yeah, they're good ass names.
Great
Piper
names.
Piper Posey, Harley Posey. They're fun.
Wow, yeah, very
Yeah.
good. They sound like celebrities, actually.
Right? I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cute too. And I'm
Hyper
just like
Posey. It's like
Piper
someone going down a
Posey.
runway.
I
Yeah.
know, I know. I'm very proud of my brother and my sister-in-law for like nailing it with the names.
Yeah.
And like they've been really good parents too. It's like very cute. Like Harley does like karate and soccer, ballet. Like she's like gets to try everything to see like what she likes. And they're like, you do it for a year or two, but whatever. It's up to you. But
Yeah.
she'll go to like karate practice in like a jasmine costume and then put her gi on and then change into her princess outfit afterwards. And it's just like cool to see like, I mean, she's just being exposed to everything. And that isn't, they're being very good about like if she is gravitating towards kind of like princessy stuff, like it's like because she wants to, but they're also like, not kind of forcing anything on her, like in like
Right.
those kind of ways, which is nice. So
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, and she likes being a big sister, so I'm glad. Because when I was a kid, I my brother is 3 years younger than me, and I pushed him in his walker out the front door because I like wanted to be an only child at 3 years old.
Oh,
I was like not interested, and then like for some reason nobody realized he was gone for like a couple of minutes, and the postman came up and knocked on the door, and he was like, "There's a baby in a walker." Like I don't know where it was the 80s. I don't know where the adults were.
yeah, the 80s.
Yeah, real
A different experience.
shocking to be alive. Shocking that any millennial is alive.
You know, their recommendation for babies in the 80s was for them to sleep on their stomachs right away.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
wow. Wow. So we're all miracles.
Yes, we are.
Every single one of us is a miracle. I have like a picture of me with my grandfather, and I'm sitting in a high chair, and he has a cigarette he's like playing cards with me, and he has a cigarette in his hand, but then there's also an ashtray right next to me that has a second cigarette on it. And I don't
Is
even
it
know.
yours?
Yeah, I'm like, is that one my cigarette? I don't know.
Oh my
It's
God.
and like I like look dehydrated. I'm just like, what is
Everyone was
this?
dehydrated then. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. That is the secret to everything. Is just
You
drink
know
water.
that apparently in the 1800s, again, take this with a grain of salt. All I do is scroll the internet while breastfeeding.
Yeah.
That apparently alcohol was safer to drink than water. So everyone was a little buzzed. It was
Oh,
just
wow.
like the norm was to drink alcohol.
I mean, I'm not shocked by that because I can't imagine. I don't drink, but like I also cannot imagine being sober in the 1800s for your entire life. It feels like I often think about the fact that I don't think things like smelled good consistently until
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
98, maybe. Like,
Only
I mean,
dental care. Apparently,
yeah.
like there wasn't any good dental care. Like so mouth kissing wasn't really a thing until
Mhm.
like very recently in history.
Oh,
Because
wow.
people's mouths were so blah, 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 mungo jungo.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Oh man, that's hilarious. I never
It
even
also
thought
makes
about
sense with
that.
the child labor that like at least they could have a pint of beer or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
that's the
exactly.
end of a long 17-hour day in the
Just
mines or
like a
whatever.
child with like two hands holding a pint,
It
just
must have
like, all
been
right.
so cute when the kids.
I mean, there are some pictures of some like 3-year-old chimney sweeps that are like tragic but adorable. And you're
Oh,
like,
cute.
this baby has the black lung and his lungs haven't even developed, but like he's a little man. He just looks like a little man.
He's got his cigar. Like
Basically, he's getting the smoke of a cigar every day, every time he goes down a chimney at the very least.
All right. So, this whole journey has made me wonder what kind of mom I'm going to be. So I wrote a song about it. And this is going to be the last thing of the show. So be prepared. What kind of mom will I be? 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 Am I gonna be a beige mom? Am I gonna gentrify my baby with blandness? All natural textiles and color that indicates deep sadness. I'd have a perfect garden, flowers only in neutral tones, house all colored like an ice cream cone. What kind of mom will I be? 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 Am I gonna be an almond mom? Never eating an entire portion, always worried that being thin is the only way to have any good fortune. And an empty pantry, only quinoa and oatmeal packs, offering water as a snack. What kind of mom will I be? 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 Am I gonna be a soccer mom? Cheering frontline and center for the team, driving a huge minivan, making sure they all have enough foot cream. So obsessed with winning that the game always gets lost, and always pairing their socks. What kind of mom will I be? 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 Am I gonna be a good mom? Am I gonna be there when he needs me? Am I gonna have it figured out by the time he comes out to greet me? Do I have what it takes to love a person no matter what? And the patience to wipe a poopy butt. What kind of mom will I be? What kind of mom will I be? What kind of mom will I be? What kind of mom will I be?
Where can people follow you and find you and all this stuff?
Yeah, you can find me Instagram, Twitter. I tweet. I mean, I guess it's not called Twitter anymore. I'm on all the Twitters, not all of them. I'm on the Instagram, Twitter, and the evil Elon Musk Twitter. You can follow me. They're both at Rena Hundert. It's just one word. And then on TikTok as well. Sometimes I'll post some stuff. It's all the same. What do you call it? Handle. It's just my name, one word. Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, and the album is called Great Pregspectations. It is available now for pre-order. And pre-order it because you're putting food in a baby's mouth, listeners. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep a baby alive.
Keep a baby alive and pre-order a damn album.
Yeah.
It's available everywhere on March 29th, 2024, if you're listening to this far in the future. But yeah, please give it a pre-order and give it a listen once it's out. Any final words and thoughts?
Hope you're having a good day.
Perfect.